It is finally time! After months of anticipation and excitement, Part 1 of Scarlet and Violet's DLC, the Teal Mask, releases tonight in the US and tomorrow for the rest of the world. And when I tell you guys that I am excited for this, that is an understatement. I have been looking forward to this DLC since the second it was announced, and it is finally here. Which brings me to today's video. I've put off making this video long enough because I honestly didn't know who I was going to take with me to the land of Kitakami for the Teal Mask. But I think I finally got this nailed down, and I know what Pokemon and what team is going to join me on my journey through the Teal Mask. So today, let's take a look at who's joining me and what theme I kind of used for building this team. So, leading off my DLC team, we have Poliwrath, and you're probably thinking, why in the world would you choose Poliwrath as your first DLC Pokemon? Well, Poliwrath and I have quite the history together, and that's a story for a different time. However, Poliwrath is a phenomenal Pokemon. It is water and fighting type. It gets access to some, honestly, phenomenal moves. Our base stats here are, honestly, pretty solid. Like, I could deal with these base stats for this. And we also get access to some great moves down here. Not only do we get access to moves like Mudshot and Earth Power, we get access to Belly Drum via level, which if you've used Belly Drum in Scarlet and Violet before, you know is incredibly broken. Bubble Beam and Hydro Pump along with Rain Dance and Water Gun. And then via TM, we get access to a wide variety of moves, including Earthquake, Blizzard, Ice Beam, Hyper Beam, and just about everything else at this point. So, in my eyes, Poliwrath is just a phenomenal Pokemon to take into the DLC, and is going to give us not only good type coverage, but be a solid all-arounder to lead out the team. Next up, moving away from our hyper-offensive Poliwrath, we have Mamaswine. And Mamaswine, honestly, is one of my favorite Pokemon from, like, man, just about any generation. Mamaswine is Ice and Ground type, which in my opinion is a fantastic combination. Means that we do take double damage from quite a bit of things, but we do also take neutral damage from quite a lot as well. We have a super high HP and attack stat on this one, which means that, you know, we can survive just about anything as well as dealing out damage as we go along. And as far as movesets go on this one, we have quite a wide-ranging moveset here. Earthquake is a phenomenal move to be able to have if you're not doing double battles, just because of how much damage it does. But then we also get access to moves like Icy Wind for speed control, Blizzard, Ice Shard, Ice Fang, as well as moves like Ancient Power. And via TM, it gets even better because we get access to things like Rock Slash, Ice Beam, and even Bulldoze at that. Plus access to, you know, egg moves like Bite, adding in that dark type attacking ability in there is going to be super huge when we're thinking about like type coverages going into the Teal Mask. So Mamaswine being the second addition to the team, I think is going to already make this team super well-rounded with only 2 Pokemon in it. Our third Pokemon for the DLC team is honestly, shouldn't be a surprise if you've been watching my streams or my videos for quite a while. Snorlax is definitely going to be on my team. He is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. Yes, I know that makes 2 Gen 1 Pokemon on this team, but you know what? Fight me. Snorlax is amazing. It gets access to the ability Thick Fat, which is honestly one of the better abilities in the game. Its HP stat is absolutely crazy, and its physical attack and special defense are just insane. It takes 2 times damage to only fighting type and neutral damage to everything else, meaning that it is just going to be an absolute tank for this game. Now, very defensive Pokemon, but we do get access to a wide range of moves here. We get access to Hammer Arm and moves like Crunch and Bite. as well as a wide range of normal type moves here that are going to make things, you know, nice and easy for us. Snorlax obviously being known as the sleeping Pokemon, meaning that we're going to get access to a lot of moves that allow us to do damage while we're asleep. Snorlax is also a TM machine with just an insanely long list of TN moves that we can learn. Everything from Thunderbolt and Thunder to Focus Punch, Brick Break, and Focus Blast, Flamethrower, Shadow Ball, Solar Beam, Ice Beam, all the way down to Surf for this one. Which means that this Pokemon can kind of be built however I want him to, and that's exactly what I like about Snorlax. I can take this guy in and basically do whatever I want with him to suit my needs. This one should really come as no surprise to anybody as well. This is Milotic. Milotic is the 4th Pokemon on our team. For anybody that doesn't know, Gen 3 is my favorite generation of Pokemon ever. I have played through Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald more times than I can count, and to see Milotic back in the game is just, oh, so fantastic. We get some solid base stats here with some pretty good special attack, really good special defense, and we really only have to worry about taking super effective damage from electric and grass type, which, given the DLC decks, doesn't look like, you know, it's going to be too much of an issue at this point. As far as Milotic's move pool goes, though, we do get access to quite a bit. We get access to moves like Twister and Dragon Tail, but we also get access to moves like Water Gun, Aqua Ring, Life Dew, which is going to be phenomenal for raids going forward, and Hydro Pump as well, in just our like learn set via level up. And then once we get into TMs, we get access to moves like Dragon Pulse, Ice Beam. We also have Light Screen and Rest, making this a phenomenal like screen setter on this one. Iron Tail, and we also get access to the move Scald. Scald is going to be super important in this DLC, or at least in my eyes it is. Egg moves for this one are also really cool because we get access to, you know, moves like Confuse Ray, Haze and Mist, as well as Mirror Coat and Hypnosis, meaning that this one again can kind of be built however you want to, and just makes for a super solid all-around builder for this team. I can kind of do whatever I want with this one, whether it be offensive or defense. Number 5 on my list is Crawdant, another Gen 3 Pokemon that I kind of went back and forth on whether I wanted to bring him in. But the more I look at Crawdant, the more I have to bring him with me. Water and dark typing is a phenomenal type on this. We do take quite a bit of damage, like super effective damage from quite a few things, but we also resist quite a few things as well. Our physical attack on this one is super high, and while our stats aren't the best, our moveset on this one is honestly pretty solid. With that moveset consisting of moves that, you know, along the likes of Taunt and Night Slash being phenomenal moves to have on this one, Harden being able to help with our lackluster defense stat here, getting access to Sword Stance as well as Water Gun, Razor Shell, and Crab Hammer. Honestly make this one great already, but then we get access to moves like X Scissor, which you can't really see because it's behind my face, but X Scissor being bug type is another phenomenal move, like physical attacking move that we can add on to this, along with Aerial Ace, Ice Beam, Blizzard, and just a whole slew of other moves, including Sludge Bomb and even Aqua Jet as an egg move on this one, which is going to be kind of this one's gonna be kind of huge because I can take Crawdant and use this as either a physical or a special attacker, even though its, you know, physical attack is higher than its special attack, and we can kind of do whatever we want with this, which is kind of the theme of my team. I want to go in with some Pokemon that I know are going to be solid, just builds no matter what I'm going to do with them. Crawdant is one of those that I can do whatever I want with it, and I know that it's going to continue to be useful on my team. And of course, I saved the best for last. I'm definitely bringing Diplin on my team. Diplin will probably be the first Pokemon that goes on my DLC team, and even though we don't know much about Diplin yet, other than it is Grass and Dragon type, and its ability is Super Sweet Syrup or Gluttony, it's just gonna be I get the feeling that Diplin, whether or not it's a good Pokemon or not, is just going to be one of those Pokemon that is going to be super fun to use. And I can't wait to see what this Pokemon does. This one excites me a lot more than Poltergeist and Sinistra do. So, Diplin will be rounding out our team for sure. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is my DLC team. That is the list of Pokemon that once I get into the land of Kitakami, will be going on my team and joining me through my journey in the Teal Mask. I'm honestly super excited with the look of the DLC decks for this one. 200 Pokemon for this is absolutely crazy, and even though some of them are available to be caught in the base game, it feels like there's more Pokemon that are returning than are already in the base game. So I want you guys to let me know down in the comments below, what Pokemon do you plan on using during your playthrough of the Teal Mask when it drops later today? This one is going to be super fun, guys. I can't wait for it. Make sure you have notifications on and you're subscribed to the channel, because I'll be live playing this as soon as it drops, and I'm going to have guides out as soon as the DLC, as soon as I'm done playing the DLC. But that's all for now, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.